My name is Necha VK, and I'm gonna be with you up until the hours of 10 this particular morning. It's beautiful Monday, and if you tuned in for the first time, we are broadcasting to you live from the beautiful city of Chipata. Like I said, that on the other side, I was gonna be updating you on what is in the news. President Edgar Lungu says it is always pleasing to see Zambians work hard in order to put food on the table. Opening the PF Feature Conference yesterday, President Lungu said the need to create jobs for the people of Zambia is undeniable. And President Lungu said the government has absorbed a lot of young people in various sectors, but still a lot more has to be done in order to employ more youths. The head of state said government's move not to allow the country to have a lockdown served many businesses in the country. On the other side, we'll be right back to give you a premiere of latest sounds of Slap Diesel. Good morning.
Welcome to Know Your Star. This is the program which we look at, different stars, what they do. For example, musicians, broadcasters, like the one I have right now. I have Necha VK. In this program, I'm featuring him, and I want him to introduce himself. We have an entrepreneur, we have a broadcaster full of talent. It has a lot of things, and I would like him to introduce himself so that you know him exactly, who he is, and what he does, everything. All right, so Necha VK, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Aaron, and I must appreciate you for according me this time. Like you said, I'm actually a radio personnel, but besides that, I'm the director and founder of Zed House, Zambia. Okay. So I feel on this interview we'll actually talk about a lot of things, radio, being a blogger, a vlogger, exactly, and many more other things. Okay, sure.
All right, so to start with, like, people would like to understand really when did you begin your career? Let's talk about being a radio personnel.
I can take it back way when I was a little kid. I've always wanted to be behind the microphone, to be a TV personnel. I desired much of being on radio and being on TV. So for me, it's been a dream come true working with a radio station. So way back after school, you know, sometimes when you're at school, you're excited, you want to copy what your friends are telling you. They tell you that if they say they want to be doctors, you also want to say, I want to be a doctor. But for me, I had to stick to what I believed I was gonna be. After school, I decided to join radio party time. Yes, because then I was at school at the University of Zambia. So when that was in 2016, I joined party time radio. Worked with a few free radio stations. Then I had to go on a pause because of school. I resumed radio later in 2018. In February. So I should say in February, that's when I was settled. Say, okay, this time around I want to concentrate on my career. And later on, that's when we saw the Birth of Zed House Zambia through my radio journey.
All right, so before we get into details of what you do, Zed House Zambia and everything, let's talk about a brief background, your academic background. When did you started your education, where exactly, and then something like that. When did you start your education, where? And you can just tell us something like that up to when you went to college at University of Zambia.
I must mention, Aaron, that I come from a very humble background. My family is not rich, and I was raised by a single parent. I did my primary in way back in Lusaka at Kasamba Primary School, and later did my secondary at the Chipata Day Secondary School. That's where I completed my grade 12, and I went to the University of Zambia to study journalism. Yes, basically that's how my educational background is. But then a lot of people perceive me to be obviously a person who is educated in terms of much of the things that I do. to surprise, most of the things like issues to do with the how to build a website, to create a website, how to host other websites, those things I just learned on YouTube, and they're the ones that have actually made me become who I am today. Not that I had to go to school to learn how to make websites, to code a website and everything. Those are just skills that I acquired through YouTube.
So what we're saying is that the only thing you went to school for is journalism. You didn't go to school for, building website and something like that.
I should say I'm a professional journalist. Yes, I did that course because of the love that I have for radio. Yes, so radio is the one. It's actually was actually the route to the birth of Zed House Zambia, because now I realize, okay, the dream is in my hands. Am I just going to be a radio personnel for the rest of my life? I think as a young man, I should get into entrepreneurship. How am I going to get other sources of income? I should be creative. And I had to do some tutorials on YouTube. Went there, how can I code a website? Okay, when I began to I realized there was a loophole. There was a lot of opportunities on the internet. Okay, a lot of people were flocking on the internet, and I was like, okay, this is really good. And because I did not have money, and my family did not have money to take me to a school where I can do coding and developing of websites, so I had to go on YouTube and search. So it took me a lot of time. I should say from early 2018 to late 2018, I was busy learning how to develop a website. So I began with a Facebook page, Zed House Zambia, which later developed into a website, www.zedhousezambia.com, and I should be proud to mention that it was the first website that I designed. It was a wacky website, but upon learning a lot of things, and I had to apply it to my own website, and later I saw myself designing websites for popular companies, big companies like Fufu Radio Station, yes, like Kalawan General Dealers. I've designed websites for the Seventh Day Adventists, big organizations. Yes, so that is how the birth of Zed House came into my career.
All right, so what you exactly mean is you're not just the owner of the Zed House Zambia, but you also design website for other people, like for other companies.
Yes, Maori. I do not just look at the uploads of music on Zed House Zambia, because that's one of the major things that a lot of people in Zambia have known me for. We upload music for musicians, and people can download music on Zed House Zambia. But apart from that, I'm into digital marketing, I'm into website developing, and later on in 2019, I thought I should engage my friends. Okay, I should engage my friends. If I can manage, become a benefit through just acquiring knowledge from YouTube, even my friends can manage too. So I had to gather my friends, those who were interested, teach them how to upload music, and I was sharing my skills with them. And also I do not hide. I tell them, look, the knowledge that I have today, I acquired it through YouTube tutorials. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Listeners, you're listening to Your Star, the program that talks about the stars. The guy I'm with right now is a star. He's been doing a lot of things. He's doing a lot of things, actually. He's a radio personnel, he's an entrepreneur. He's a website broadcaster as well, a designer, the website developer, so to say. So let's talk about radio. How has been the response from the people? Are people enjoying you, when you're in radio, your presentation and everything you do? Are people enjoying you?
At the beginning, it's always tough for people to get used to you, because we're in a broadcast industry, and a lot of people are used to listening to different voices. But then when you're just coming in, people want to know you more. Who is this Kbin Pupe we're listening to? Who is this Necha VK on the radio? Who is this casting news? Okay. Later on, you get used, and when you get used, you have your own fan base. Okay. You have your own fan base. Exactly. Now, when you create your own fan base, there comes a time when the station decide to give you major shows. Like for now, I should mention the host of the most happening breakfast show in the Eastern Province, and that's the Feel Free Breakfast. So from Monday to Friday, I'm always on radio. That's from 06 hours to 10 hours. So most of my times during the week, I'm on radio. From 6 hours up to the hour 10, I'm always on radio. Okay. And for now, I should mention that the response is overwhelming because a lot of people got to know me, and I got the connections through radio. Okay. So the response is just okay. Okay.
Now let's talk about everything as preparation. You talked about you are now doing a radio show which is happening right now, which is making noise right about now. So how long does it take you to prepare radio, like a breakfast show? How long does it take you to prepare? Because I believe there is need of preparation. And my question is that how long does it take you to prepare a very nice, breakfast show?
Okay, it's a very difficult thing to make people get used to your shows. When breakfast show is all about interactions, updating people on current affairs, entertainment, and informing them, giving them the right information that they want. And it being the morning show, a lot of people listen to it. You're preparing, going for work, you're busy listening to the breakfast show. You perhaps disappointed in the morning, you want to listen to the radio, you'll be glued to the breakfast show. So it has taken me a lot of time, but then because of being a blogger, belonging to being a blogger and being so much with information, I'm always on social media. I'm always following what is trending on social media. I'm always following current affairs. It's been so easy for me to prepare breakfast shows. And most importantly, I take advantage of weekends to prepare for the entire week. So I'll look at, okay, what are some of the things that the nation is currently looking at. Okay, then this week I'm going to concentrate on such a thing. And then always there is something new in the news, so it is very much easy to also, because people want to get to listen to the news every day in the morning, so it is very much easy to get people on board when you're updating them, giving them the information that they want to listen to.
So let's talk about some of the things that you do on radio. Do you only do the shows, or there's a lot of things that you do? Do you cast news, or do you do voice outs for adverts, and for do you only do shows, or just mention the things that you're doing on the radio?
Okay, on the radio I'm multitasked. Okay. I do continuity presentation. Oh, okay. I do host programs. Okay. Yes, I do production of adverts, production of programs. I do newscasting. Okay. Yes, I do write news as well. Okay. Yeah. I think I do about 80% of what radio is consists of. Okay. Yes. Okay. And also, I'm also into the technical department, helping in terms of technique. I'm one person who doesn't sleep on my abilities. Aaron, I should tell you, if I know that I can manage to do this, I don't sleep on it and wait. Okay, just because my work can manage to do that, then I cannot do. Okay. I try and later discover I can manage, and I go for it. That's the reason why even now Zed House exists, because I always want to try. Okay, what about this? Let me try. What about this? Let me try. What about this? And if I manage, then I go for it. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about how many radio stations have you been working with before? Apart from the currently radio station you're working with, is any other media house you've been working with?
I've just worked for 2 radio stations. I've worked for Smooth FM Radio here in Chipata, and I'm currently working for Feel Free Radio Station. Okay. Yes, these are the 2 radio stations that I've worked for.
Okay. So there's a question really I want to ask you. This one is, do you have an idea of an internet radio? Do you do internet radio? Do you know how to connect radio on the internet and then something like that? Do you do that?
Yes, Mawere, I know how to connect radio to the internet. Okay. Yes, and I've done that before. Right. I did that project with the Feel Free radios, rather than Smooth FM radios. First, I did it with Smooth FM radio station. Okay. We had to take radio on the internet, streaming. People on the website, they can stream and also take radio, or to take the same radio on radio gardens, and these are other internet radio broadcasting. Yes, and that project, I'm also doing it with my current radio station. I'm working for. And I'm seeing it being successful because I've done that before, and I want to do more of that in the future. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Viewers, I believe that this guy I'm talking with right now, he's so talented in a lot of things. He talked about he doesn't sit on the thing, or his ability. He can do this. He just wake up and do that. Now, Necha, the issue of Zed House Zambia. Does it only promote local musicians, or it has promote everyone? When we talk about Zed House Zambia, do you accommodate even those musicians like from Lusaka, from Copperbelt, like from other provinces except Eastern Province? Okay,
to begin with, to my surprise, when I came up with Zed House Zambia, it was an issue of it's a business, and I'll be uploading music, so I'll be making money. But then later, I got advice from people saying, but that could be a business. You need to register it. So I went through PACRA. I registered the business, so it was protected by PACRA. Thereafter, I had the Facebook page already, Zed House Zambia. To my surprise, Zed House Zambia is bigger than Necha VK. I'm known here in Chipata, Necha Work Radio, and the like, but Zed House Zambia is very bigger than Necha VK. It started growing at a very fast rate, and before I realized it, in the Copperbelt, Western Province, in Livingstone, in Lusaka, Zed House is everywhere. And by this time, I should mention that 60% of people who follow Zed House Zambia, they are from other provinces. Chipata is the 40%, Eastern Province, the 40%. The 60% is from the Copperbelt, Lusaka, and these other provinces. So Zed House Zambia is not Chipata. This is Zed House Zambia. It is Zambia and beyond borders. www is worldwide website.
Exactly.
Yes. So people from the Netherlands download music from Zed House Zambia. People from Malawi, Zimbabwe, mention all those countries. The US, they download music from Zambia. So later I realized, but why am I concentrating on just uploading local music? If I can have an audience from Nigeria, it means all those people are looking for music from Africa. So I started also to upload music from Nigeria. Music that is trending across the world, so that people can have access to Zed House, because I don't even know where it is going. The vision is just too bigger than what the naked eye can see. Yes.
That's so wonderful to learn from you these ages. Zed House Zambia is so big, it's worldwide. People from other countries and from other continents are able to download products from Zed House Zambia. Now let's talk about what you do on website. Do you only promote music, or there's something else that you do on website? Can someone find just music or what?
Okay, on Zed House Zambia we have much of music. Entertainment news. There's current affairs news. Yes, and my programs, because I've now realized, in as much as we are having a lot of media influx, there is need for people like you and I, Mawere, to provide content. So then I was Zed House Zambia can also provide content, because I've got people who are following me, people who want to belong to Zed House Zambia. We've got a show called Online Reality Show. So people can find updates on some of the programs that we do as Zed House Zambia. The Online Reality Show, Make It Hit Again project, and many other stuff. It's a magazine, so to say. It's a package. Yes, but most to do with the entertainment, current affairs, and information on Zed House Zambia. Yes.